You want me to start recording?
Start recording. The last of the kids walking down. Little lamp on your camera to a fire. Alright, you can now camera to a lamp on, you can focus on the speaker.
Good evening, officers, members of the Clinton Rotary Club, members of the school committee, administration and admin of the high school and the district, teachers of Clinton High School, and fellow students. My name is Ethan Frisch. It is my honor and privilege to serve as your director for this evening's solemn induction ceremony. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Alex Kowalski.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Thank you, Alex. First, I'm happy to introduce our chapter's National Honor Society President, Sadie Mendez.
Good evening. Let me start out by thanking Mr. Cermak, Dr. Meyer, Mr. Ngano, members of the Rotary Club, faculty, parents, guardians, friends, and the junior and senior members of the Clinton High School chapter of the National Honor Society. Tonight we are here for two reasons. First, to celebrate those students who have completed their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of the National Honor Society. And seniors, tonight we are here to reflect on how these last few years being part of NHS have shaped us into the people we are today. Finally, to everyone, we are here to continue our celebration of this tradition that is 75 years old this year. A tradition that began in 1950 with the first inductees of Clinton High School section of the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society is composed of 4 pillars which the members abide by. The first pillar is character, which is the sum of the morals and values that make you the individual that you are. The second pillar is scholarship, which is your passion for knowledge and the desire to understand, solve, and create through experiences in life. The third pillar is leadership, which is your ability to communicate in ways that influence and inspire others. The final pillar is service, which is the act of voluntarily giving your time and using your skills and talents to benefit a community. To the new inductees, I want to congratulate you on this accomplishment. However, your work is not yet done. This honor is not only about being inducted, it is also about being able to maintain these high standards throughout the rest of your time in high school. Living by these 4 pillars have helped me to step out of my comfort zone throughout high school and do things I never thought I would do, such as run for NHS president. Coming into Clinton High School as a freshman, I thought that doing all of these clubs would be looked at as weird. But as I became part of them, they became part of me. I realized that every choice and every interaction all shape us into who we are. Every new experience helps us to see life through a new lens. To the seniors, I want to congratulate you on upholding this standard for yourself and sticking to the pillars throughout your high school journey. These pillars outline the strategies that we can live by even as we embark on this new journey. Whether we continue to volunteer at a local pantry or whether we become the leader of a new team, club, or organization, we will always have the backbone of these pillars in our pockets. And even though we won't always be able to get free pancakes out of volunteering, we will still be able to brighten people's days, even if it is just a simple gesture such as holding the door open. I want to end with a huge thank you to the Rotary Club, not just for the free pancakes, but for their continuous support and sponsorship of the Clinton High School chapter of the National Honor Society. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, to my fellow seniors, I wish you the best of luck on your future journeys and what they will bring for you. And to the new inductees, I wish you luck on your journey as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadie. The symbol of our honor society, the Fleming Torch, will be lit by Davis Long.
Top camera.
Thank you, Davis. I would now like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Stephen Meyer.
Good evening, students, families, faculty, fellow Rotarians. It is my great privilege to welcome you tonight as we celebrate the induction of new members into the National Honor Society, an organization that represents the highest standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. These are more than just words. They are values that define our students and set them apart, not just in the classroom, but in the community and in life. To our inductees, this recognition is a testament to your hard work, integrity, and perseverance. You've demonstrated academic excellence, but just as importantly, you've shown that you care about your peers, your school, and your community. That combination of intelligence and empathy, of drive and humility, is exactly what the world needs right now. To our graduating NHS seniors, this ceremony marks not only a celebration of your accomplishments, but a moment of transition. As you prepare for your upcoming graduation, know that the values you've embodied through NHS, service, character, leadership, and scholarship, will continue to serve you well. Whether you're heading to college, the workforce, the military, or another path, carry these principles with you. Let them guide your decisions, elevate your voice, and remind you that leadership isn't about a title, it's about the impact you make on the lives of others. We're proud of all you've done and even more excited for all that you will do. My fellow Rotarians and I look forward to hearing from you at the senior banquet following this ceremony. To the parents, teachers, and mentors who supported these students along the way, thank you. Achievements like this are never made alone. Your guidance has helped build a foundation that will carry them far. And finally, to the new NHS members, wear this distinction with pride and use it as motivation to keep striving, not for perfection, but for purpose. We're proud of you and excited to see all that you will accomplish in the years ahead. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Meyer. I would now like to introduce the president of the Clinton Rotary Club, Mr. Terry Ngano.
Thank you very much. Mr. Cermak has already threatened me going too long, so I will work on this. Thank you, Mr. Cermak. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here 2 times in a row. So if you remember me last year, I gave you my life story, and there's no reason to do that again. But yes, I'm a 2-year president of the Clinton Rotary Club, and I'm not really sure why or how that happened. I'd like to think it was by popular demand, but it might have been that I have sucker written all over me. That's the problem. Tonight we celebrate the best of Clinton High School. You young people should be feeling good about yourself and your accomplishments. Like your many athletic teams, this year you're on a roll. You're on a winning streak. You have obviously also been very successful in the classroom. And for you seniors, I bet you're counting the days. 17. Okay. That was pretty good. Okay, thank you. We didn't rehearse that much. We really didn't. So tonight, believe it or not, all this winning and all this success, I decided I'd talk very briefly about the opposite, about losing, about a reality check. My favorite quote that the seniors heard last year, always been my favorite quote. Some days you're the pigeon, some days you're the statue. Think about that. All right? Now, nobody wins all the time. It might seem that way to you, but that is not the case. The good news is nobody loses all the time either. We all have our good days and bad days, our ups and downs, our successes and failures, and you're going to find that throughout your life. Let's face it, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. The important thing to remember is that you don't get too full of yourself when you're on top of the world, and you don't get too depressed when you're, down below. Because whatever side of the fence you're on, you're going to be on the opposite side sooner or later. That's just the way life is. 55 years ago this month, I was a senior at Clinton High School, sitting on a stage very much like this one, and a member of the National Honor Society, being recognized by this very same Clinton Rotary Club, because it's been 75 years in the making. I was looking forward to, at least everyone else was looking forward to graduation, summer, college, but I was facing my own little dilemma. You see, back in my day, when you were in the 8th grade, really your freshman year, you had to select a curriculum track, and there was no moving off of that. So I had hoped to go into maybe sales or marketing or something like that when I was a freshman. I had decided that was going to be my life's career. So I took the business program. And, again, I was a freshman. What do freshmen know? Probably not a heck of a lot. I'm sure we have freshmen today walking the halls looking for the 3rd floor here, probably. They're not going to find it. But anyway. They don't know much, and I knew even less. So, February of my senior year, imagine that, senior year, February, when everyone else already knew where they were going to college and things like that, I had changed my goals to teaching business skills, which meant no 4-year college would even talk to me, because I didn't have the math and the science background that I needed to get into a 4-year college. So there I was, ranked, 15th in my class, and involved in a lot of different things, student council and a couple of years of baseball and all those other things. But I couldn't go to college. There was one school that said, we'll accept you if you go to summer school and take a math class and a science class. So while all my buddies were talking about having summer fun, I was just sitting around thinking about summer school. Certainly I was the statue that summer. Now, some of you might know I still play basketball regularly. I'm probably one of the oldest guys in town still playing weekly. And I don't want to brag, but about 5% of the time when I play, I feel like I'm Larry Bird out there. I mean, I'm surprised myself. The trouble is, the 95% of the other time, I play like an old, slow, some has-been with maybe a 1.5-inch vertical leap. And that's how I play most of the time. So again, it's pigeon and statue. Or in other words, one day I'm Larry Bird, the next day I'm Larry Turd. I don't know. So we all have to deal with the winds of failure. That doesn't have to be a bad thing, though. I'm going to give you one more example, but it's not about people, it's about trees. Probably, at least some of you science students have heard about Biosphere 2, which is like an experimental domed community somewhere in the desert of Arizona. And it was like a self-sustaining experiment. They were like 3,000 species of plants, trees, grass, a desert. People could live in there. They pumped air in. And it was really quite the thing. It was like living in a greenhouse. And scientists noticed that the trees and the vegetation all grew much, much better in the dome than outside the dome. But they found out that there was one major, major problem. Do you want to know what it is? Yes! Look at that. Your thirst for knowledge is amazing. It really is. That was good too, thank you. When the trees became fully grown, they fell over. That's what would happen in the biosphere. The trees would grow full, mature, and then they just fall right over. And the reason for that was there was no wind in the biodome. So trees, all these great experts didn't realize that you have to have wind for trees to grow properly. And the reason for that is when the wind blows strongly against trees, it causes their root system to dig in deeper and to be stronger. And that's just what we people need too. We as people need those strong winds against us because they help us to dig deeper, to become stronger, to withstand future failures that are going to happen to us no matter what. In closing, just remember as you go through life that while you could be having the greatest day of your life, that kid beside you in class, that teacher who just yelled at you for no good reason, that waitress who never seems to smile, they could be having the worst day of their life. So don't ever forget to be kind. In closing, I wish all of you the very best. I also wish you some wind in your life. Not the kind that knocks you down and out, but the kind that makes you better and the kind that makes you stronger. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Agano. The symbol of the National Honor Society is the keystone of Fleming Torch. At the base of the keystone are the letters C, S, L, and S, which represent the four principles of the society. The keystone forms the base and holds the perfect arch of stability. Just like our education, it must be held firm and true to this purpose of life by the virtues represented in this symbol. The purpose of the National Honor Society is to encourage high character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The first of these pillars, character, will be discussed by our National Honor Society member, Brian Gomez.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to begin by congratulating the sophomores on your induction to NHS. It takes a lot of commitment, dedication, and hard work to be here tonight, so we're proud of this. To the juniors as well, I'd like to acknowledge their hard work for maintaining a good academic performance and allowing themselves to prove once again they deserve the right to be named a National Honor Society Scholar. And finally, to my senior classmates, they've come a long way, and although this is the end of the road for us, don't forget the amazing job each and every one of you have accomplished. I'm here today to talk about character, one of the four pillars of the National Honor Society is built on. When we hear the word character, most of us think about our favorite character in a TV show or a movie. But what I'm talking about has a different definition. Character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive in an individual. Character revolves around your values, your ethics, and what makes you, well, you. Your character is displayed by your actions and experiences. Every day, your character is influenced to guide you throughout life. If anyone had asked me 4 years ago what makes a good character, I would probably just give you a blank stare. But now I can proudly say that I have an answer. Good character is defined by one's responsibility, courage, and compassion. During my time in NHS, I've seen my character change drastically, from a shy kid to an outgoing young adult. My commitment has molded me to be a helpful hand in wherever is needed. My compassion has grown to be dedicated to whatever task is pointed to me. By demonstrating my respect, trustworthiness, and citizenship through thought and action only shows my strategy to do the right thing. During my junior year, I decided to volunteer with one of my friends in American Legions. We reviewed holiday gift baskets for women in the military. At the time, I didn't see how much the experience would have changed me. Working with local veterans who themselves exemplified their good character by dedicating their time and effort, by putting a smile on those women in the military away from the family during the holiday times. I decided to return last year to volunteer once again, and my experience did not change, because I knew I made an impact for someone or a group of people by doing something as simple as making gift baskets. After college, I planned to become a pediatrician. My time during NHS supported my dream because as a pediatrician, my character will help me show compassion by caring for vulnerable children and supporting their families, taking responsibility for making crucial health decisions and ensuring my patients' well-being. New inductees. You will learn a lot about yourself for the next few years. You will learn what it means to build character, you will learn to take responsibility, and most importantly, you will learn what it means to give back to the community. As you continue to climb your way up, as the next batch of seniors embark on the last chapter of high school, remember this quote: good character is not formed in a week or a month. They create little by little, day by day. Protracted and patient effort is needed to develop good character. Congratulations on the big accomplishment, and best of luck to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. The second principle of the National Honor Society, scholarship, will be highlighted by our chapter's treasurer, Ella Asker.
Good evening, everyone. I want to begin by congratulating the new inductees on their amazing accomplishment. You have all worked very hard up until this point and should be very proud of yourselves. It is an honor to speak to you tonight on behalf of one of the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, scholarship. When I first entered high school, I thought scholarship was all about getting good grades to keep your GPA up and get into college. But now, as I stand here as a senior, I realize that scholarship is so much more than that. Scholarship is a commitment to learning, a desire to grow, and a dedication to excellence in everything that we do. Scholarship does not mean perfection, but perseverance. It is a striving to always be our best. It means staying up late to finish an assignment before a deadline, asking questions when we are unsure, and pushing ourselves beyond our own expectations. It's pursuing our interests, exploring and trying new things, and challenging ourselves not because we feel like we have to, but because we want to. It's about showing up on the days that it's hard, even when no one is watching. I can attest to the need for scholarship, as I've stayed up late countless nights studying and ensuring I meet certain deadlines, even when it feels impossible. I know that I will take what I've learned and continue to use this as I am studying exercise science in the Honors College at Simmons University and balancing both my academics and playing collegiate soccer. Scholarship is not just about academics, it's about commitment. It's about dedicating yourselves to becoming a better version of you. It's a realization that scholarship does not end in the classroom, but follows you through every aspect of your life. As a senior, I've had time to see what scholarship looks like these last 4 years. Whether it's struggling with your first AP and coming out of it stronger, helping a friend understand something in class and learning more in the process, or even just simply turning in an assignment. Each encounter with scholarship helps you grow as an individual and is something that you will carry with you for the rest of your lives. As members of the National Honor Society, we represent more than academic achievement. We represent the love of learning and the responsibility that comes with it. True scholarship does not end after we receive our diplomas, it is a lifelong pursuit. Congratulations on this great achievement and good luck with the rest of your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. The third principle, leadership, will be analyzed by Vice President Julia Parento.
Good evening. Before I begin, I would like to congratulate all the new inductees on your induction to the National Honor Society. Your dedication to scholarship, leadership, service, and character has brought you here today, and I couldn't be happier for each of you. This achievement proves the determination you've had to make a positive impact. Tonight, I'll be talking to you about leadership. Not as a position, but as a responsibility. True leadership isn't about power or recognition. It's about stepping up when it matters, taking initiative even when no one asks, and using your voice to bring people together. No matter how small your gesture may be, you never know what lasting impact it may have. As teenagers, our plates are pretty full, having to balance school, jobs, extracurriculars, family, and friendships. But leadership is not a responsibility to squeeze onto this already full plate. It's a skill that helps you navigate all you do with confidence, empathy, and problem solving. For me, dance has always been one of those transformative experiences. I started dancing when I was just 2 years old, completely unaware of how it would shape me beyond the dance studio. At the age of 12, I was given the opportunity to assistant teach classes alongside my dance studio owner. What started as simply modeling steps, tying tap and ballet shoes, and monitoring bathroom trips quickly became a deep responsibility, one that taught me how to guide others, how to communicate effectively, and how to nurture those around me. Over time, I learned what it truly means to support a group, having to plan curriculum that would help each dancer grow, and to create an environment where every student felt valued. Eventually, I had the privilege of teaching my own classes starting at the age of 15. This meant more than just choreography and fun costumes. It meant building relationships, fostering confidence, and ensuring that every dancer believed in themselves. Seeing their progress and their joy reminded me that leadership is never just about what you do, but it's about the people you serve, the community you strengthen, and the impact that continues beyond yourself. Even now, when I run into my former students, I see how much they've grown, and I realize the hard work, the responsibility, and the challenges were all worth it. If there is one piece of advice I could give to you all about leadership, I tell you to take every opportunity to create change. Leadership is about stepping up even when the path is not fully paved. As student council president here at CHS, I have the privilege of witnessing firsthand how our community goes above and beyond to support our students. It was this generosity that inspired me to establish the Gales Holiday Giving Tree in the winter of 2023. With help from the local Wheat Center, we were able to give back to the very community that gives so much to us. Leadership often starts with a small step, getting involved in something new, taking on a responsibility you haven't before, or simply supporting someone who may need it. Through whatever it may be, every experience offers valuable lessons on what it means to lead. I encourage you to explore new opportunities, and most importantly, embrace the lessons your extracurriculars give you. Surround yourself with leaders, learn from their values, and find ways to put those values into action. Congratulations again to all the current juniors for maintaining your academic standing and for the dedication that has brought you here. And to the sophomores and new juniors, welcome to NHS. We are happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. The fourth pillar of the society, service, will be interpreted by our secretary, Caleb Briggs.
Good evening. I would like to begin by welcoming our new class into the National Honor Society. You should be proud of yourselves for all the hard work and integrity that you've shown thus far. Tonight is to honor that. It is also for our seniors, who year after year have continued to show that they possess the qualities of NHS members, the four pillars that we have been discussing tonight. I would like to speak to you about our last pillar, service. To get here, you already have to complete at least 25 hours of service. For each year that you remain in NHS, you will have to do the same. You will have plenty of opportunities through NHS and on your own time to do so. But what exactly is service? Service can be defined as voluntarily giving up your time and using your skills for the benefit of others. But it is much more than just that. Service makes our community a better place, but it also allows us to learn about ourselves. It builds empathy as we learn more about those in need, and it builds character and leadership, two of our other pillars. It also builds our sense of community, which is especially important. By providing service, you have the power to make our school, our town, your world a little bit better. This doesn't mean you have to go out and do something huge. It means simply doing something kind for others. For some, service may look like volunteering at a food pantry. For others, it may look like tutoring a fellow classmate in a subject you succeeded in. For me, service was a collection of activities, but my favorites were always when I was able to work with our youth cheerleaders. Whether it was volunteering at a youth competition or holding a youth clinic with my team, I always loved when I was able to be at these events because it allowed me to provide service while doing something I was passionate about, cheer. Service should be something you are excited about. It should not be a chore. So I encourage you over these next few years to find a way to help others that you genuinely enjoy. Use your opportunities to be kind and provide service to explore your interests, find your passions, and maybe even find your purpose. No matter where your life takes you, there will always be a cause that could use your help. There's always a way to better your community. Do not let service become something you do just to take off a requirement. Use what you've learned about yourselves through it, carry it on throughout your lives, and let it be fulfilling. Once again, congratulations to our inductees. I can't wait to see the impact you all make. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. The recognition of seniors and the Pledge of the National Honor Society will be administered by our principal, Mr. Scott Cermak. The pins will be presented by Ryan Michaud and Colin Schmidt. The flowers are presented by Alejandro Morales and Ella Gould.
Welcome students, distinguished guests. I would also like to welcome the families and friends here this evening joining us to celebrate our students and their induction to the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society represents the 4 pillars of excellence that you've heard about tonight that define outstanding students: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Each student being inducted today has demonstrated exceptional commitment to these ideals through their academic achievements, leadership roles, community service, and personal integrity. I would like to say thank you to our students for the dedication in putting forth the work and effort to achieve the standards to be inducted into the National Honor Society. The path hasn't always been easy, but your perseverance has brought you to this milestone. I would also like to thank everyone who has supported these students throughout their lives: parents, grandparents, guardians, teachers, mentors, and friends. Your guidance, encouragement, and belief in these young people have enabled them to reach this achievement. Congratulations to all of our inductees. We look forward to seeing how you continue to exemplify the values of NHS in all your future endeavors. I'll now recognize our seniors and share their post-high school graduation plans. Seniors, please stand when I call your name to be recognized.
Top camera, focus on the seniors.
Layla Anstein, Johnson & Wales University, Animal Science. Ella Askren, Simmons University, Exercise Science, Doctor of Physical Therapy program. Chris Gurley Bayard, Florida A&M, poli-sci with a focus in public administration. Taylor Briggs, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, computer science. Sean Cronin, University of Massachusetts, Lowell, industrial engineering. Ethan Frisch, WPI, mechanical engineering. Jack Gannon, Bridgewater State University, aviation flight training. Brian Gomez, Worcester State University, biology with a concentration in pre-med. Christian Green, University of New Hampshire, Sports Management. Kelly Healy, Roger Williams University, Forensic Science. Ella Poole, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, Sales and Analytics in the Eisenberg School of Management. Avery Kallenberg, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, undecided in the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Alexander Kowalski, WPI, Mathematical Sciences. Davis Lund, Wentworth Institute of Technology, Computer Science. Patrick Mahan, Bryant University, Finance. Sadie Mendez, Assumption University, Criminology and Psychology. Ryan Michaud, Assumption University, Nursing. Alejandro Morales, WPI, Civil Engineering. Moriana Morales, Westfield State University, Criminal Justice. Aiden Murray, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, Business Management. Liam Nelligan, Mount Wachusett Community College, Fire Science Technology. Julia Parento, Quinnipiac University, Diagnostic Medical Sonography. Colin Schmidt, Louisiana State University, Construction Management. Jessica Stover, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, Biology. Rachel Wilder, Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, Magnetic Resonance Imaging. Ladies and gentlemen, your CHS senior NHS members. I will now recognize the junior NHS members. Juniors, please stand. Junior NHS members. Now I will administer the pledge to the new inductees. Inductees, please stand and repeat after me. I state your name. Pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals the ideals of my school and my life. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, and will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Thank you. You may be seated. I will now call the new pledges forward in alphabetical order to receive the National Honor Society pins and flowers. Inductees, when you come up, please enter on your right to the stage. Receive your pin and flower. When you leave, exit to the left. go behind the camera and around to deliver your flowers, please. What's up? Zachary Melanton. Joy Bosire. Emma Briggs. Sophia Burgos. Jane Cairns. Jelier Camacho Pabon. Lauren Cunha. Brady Frisch. Isauda Garcia. Noah Gates. Aaliyah Hansen. Braden Kuban. Kylie Kilburn. Hope McDonough. Samuel Medeiros. Rain Moncrief. Daniela Monteo. Michelle Myrtle. Haley O'Toole. Giselle Patel. Saudi Poo Calderon. Giovanna Rosa. William Rosario. Kaylee Russo. Adam Santoro. Ryan Sylvester. Maurice Teta. Ellery Thompson. David Wilson. Gianna Winters. Congratulations, 2025 NHS inductees.
Thank you, Mr. Zermack, Ryan, Colin, Andre, Alejandro, and Ella. At the end of the ceremony, we would like to extend an invitation to our new inductees, their parents, and any guests to a reception in the cafeteria. It will be held immediately after, following the conclusion of the ceremony. On behalf of the Clinton High School National Honor Society, I want to thank you all for joining us this evening for our annual induction ceremony. I also want to thank the Clinton Rotary Club for sponsoring our chapter of the National Honor Society. The program will close with the singing of God Bless America, The lyrics can be found on the back of the program. I ask that you remain standing at the conclusion of the song, while the National Honor Society members and members of the Clinton Rotary Club and other honored guests leave the auditorium. Please stand to sing God Bless America.
Should I get them walking up? Yeah.
Stairs, right? You guys can go right up the stairs on the other side. You're good.